What's up guys, Learning with Rich here. In this video, we are going to continue our discussion about rebar in Revit 2024 for structural design. So this time, after we learn how to create our parallel rebar, let's learn how to add a perpendicular rebar. So we will be continuing our exercise from our last video. So if you remember, that's on second floor. And then after that, this area here, we created a section. So I'm going to open the section by double clicking this head here, double click, and then it will open up the section and then this portion here. So this is the parallel rebar that we have placed last time. So this time, we're just going to create this time a perpendicular rebar. Okay, so let's do this. So from the structure tab, so there's the reinforcement again. So I'm going to select the rebar. So just click structural rebar. And then after that, so make sure expand to host is selected by default. And then for the placement, I'm going to make sure that current work plane is selected. But this time, on our placement orientation, make sure perpendicular to cover is selected. So last time, we have used parallel to work plane, right? So this time, we're going to select perpendicular to cover. So let's click that one. And then for the rebar shape browser, so we have used T1 last time, which is this one here. So that's T1. So this time, we're going to use only 0, 0. Okay, so let's select 0, 0. And then again, so I will be using here rebar number 4. Okay, so here on the properties, you can modify the dimension here, and you can also modify here the graphics. If you click the graphics there, you select edit, right? So if you want to see your rebar unobscured like this one, so you can click that view visibility option and then click edit, and then you will see this dialog box. So if you have a 3D view, like for example, I have a 3D view, this one. So this is this one here, 3D view, 3D. So I want to view the rebar unobscured. So I'm going to check that one. And then after that, I'm going to select here, OK. All right. And then I can now place it here. So I'm going to place here. 1. There you go. And then after that, I'm going to select modify. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror this to the other side here. So I'm going to select the rebar, and then I'm going to select mirror peak axis. So click that one, and then I click this grid here as my reference, and there you go. And then after that, I'll select here modify. Now, I'm going to select both, so I can use window selection like that. So I can select the two structural rebar, and then I'm going to select here mirror draw axis. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to pick the midpoint here. So there should be a midpoint, that one. Going to pick here. There you go. And then I'll select here modify, and then after that I select this two rebar, and then I'll just copy constraint. So I'll just place it somewhere here. Okay, so the placement is not critical for this exercise. So I'll just place there. There you go. And then I'll just select here, modify. Okay, so that's it. So that's very simple. So that's how you add a perpendicular rebar. So again, if I'm going to select this parallel rebar here, I want to create a section box or selection box from there. So I'm going to select selection box. So it isolates selected elements in the current view in 3D. Okay, so I'm gonna select that one. There you go. All right, and then I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make it fine. And then for this one, I'll select wireframe, so I can see the model. So here in the 3D view, so I'm going to select all of my rebars here. Okay, so I'm going to select all the rebars. I'm going to select a window selection, and then I'm going to filter that one. I'm going to make sure the rebar is selected, only the rebar. So I select here, OK. And then here on the properties, I'm going to change all the graphics here. So view visibility, I want to make sure that 3D view which is my current view, I want to see my rebars unobscured. So what happens is, if I select here OK, so even if I change my visual style to, let's say, hidden line, so I can still see my rebars there, right? So even if I change that to shaded, I can still see the rebars there. All right. So that's it for this simple exercise. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.